Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of the greatest of all time, TJ&MJ. Spin your dollar or save your dollar movie review. Come on in and listen to what we gotta say about the movie of the day. Woo! It's ready to roll! Let's rock!
What's crackin' peoples? We are in the mix once again. TJ
and MJ.
Spin yo
Dolla
or save yo
Dolla
movie reviews. Suckers. And tonight we're going to do some couch potato night, and we're going to be playing a video game and giving you the real deal on some movies that we just got through watching. Tonight we're actually doing this. Normally we do it on twitch.tv, right, Bo?
Right.
The couch potato night. Mm-hmm. And normally the reason why we do it on that is because we like to show you the game as we're playing it. But we're playing tonight for the very first time Battlefield 2042, the beta.
Right, but unfortunately we can't stream it right now. Right?
Yeah, because we just realized that because it's in beta, we can't freaking we can't stream it. Mm-hmm. We can't video game stream this thing. Sorry, you guys cannot stream this game because we are in beta. So sorry, goodbye, and they close the door on us. Yeah, well, I don't think that was funny at all. So you guys that just laugh right now, I'm gonna slap every last one of y'all.
Hey, I laughed.
Oh, did you laugh? Oh, okay. So anyway, we're gonna get ready to play some Battlefield. I'm just getting ready to jump into this bad boy right now. I played a little bit of this sucker today. I was telling MJ, you gonna have to check this bad boy out. This sucker ain't no joke.
Yeah,
and everything.
To try it.
So we're gonna play it. I'm gonna be commentating, while we play the game. But let's talk about our movies.
Let's do our movie thing instead.
Yeah,
I don't want to be trying to.
Yeah, because I know she's gonna be.
This.
I ain't trying to learn this while I'm trying to play the game.
Yeah.
While we playing Battlefield and so forth. When she gets her turn on, or when she makes her moves, then never mind. So
never mind.
So anyway, the movies that we got to watch this weekend, Boo. What did we just watch this past weekend?
Oh, we saw a few. I mean, I don't know if anyone's heard of these, but there's Witch Hunt that's out for rental now.
Witch Hunt, yes, yeah. Witch Hunt. And what was the other one we just got through watching?
The other one was The Many Saints of Newark, but that one was, I believe, we saw that one on HBO Max.
HBO Max. It was an HBO Max
and
original.
I think it's out at the movie theaters.
Is it at the theaters too?
I believe so.
Oh, I thought it was just an HBO Max, just original movie, wasn't it? It's in the movie theaters?
I thought so.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was advertised that way, but maybe it was.
I thought it was.
Well,
I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
Well, we'll start. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and start with the many Saints of Newark.
Oh, okay.
We'll start with that one first and go right on to the Witch Hunter. Mm-hmm. So we just got through watching this. We got to watch this all obviously at home on HBO Max. That's pretty much what we're doing. A lot of our movie watching because the world's being locked down again. So
that or the drive-in theater.
Or we go to the drive-in theater, which is actually, a good bet for any of you people want to go check out your movies. If you don't want to go in there and get the jab, or if you want to go into the movie theater, you don't want to go in the theaters for whatever reason, go to the drive-in.
Yeah.
So we saw this at home, and this is actually the prequel to The Sopranos.
Right.
And everything.
Yes, that's correct, TJ.
And I believe it's about what's his name in the.
Well, it shows a young Anthony Soprano growing up in one of the most tumultuous eras of Newark, New Jersey history, becoming a man just as a rival gangsters start to rise up and challenge the all-powerful the DeMeo crime family.
The DeMeo.
I believe that's how you pronounce it, but it's so caught up in the changing times is the uncle he idolizes, Dickie Moltisanti, whose influence over his nephew will help shape the impressionable teenager into the all-powerful mob boss, Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano.
And you want to know an interesting thing?
Yeah, because before we get to that interesting thing, when I saw this kid, the kid that's playing him,
yes, that's
everything. When I first saw him, I said, "Dude, they sure did get a good actor. This kid looks just like what he would look like when he was a young kid, right?" I'm thinking, where did they find this actor? This guy looks amazingly similar to the adult actor that played this. And then all of a sudden, MJ comes to me and says, "What, MJ?"
And this is because I found out through my mom. I was telling her what we're about to watch.
Yeah.
And then she looked it up and she says, "Well, guess what? It's his real life son is playing the role of him as a young Tony Soprano." So his real life son is portraying him in this new movie.
Man, I was
go ahead.
Tripping off of that.
Yeah.
I was tripping off of that. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I said, because, dude, how is it that this kid looks just like, had the same jawline, that kind of, the same face, the same eyes. I said, this kid.
Well, his dad, the one that plays, the mob boss, and of course played it for all those seasons in Sopranos. His name is James. I can never really pronounce the last name correct, but.
Go ahead. Why don't you try it?
Gandolfini.
What was that?
Gandolfini.
Gandolfini?
No, Gandolfini. I knew you would have some trouble. That's why
Gandolfini.
I'll slow it down for you.
Okay, can you say
Gandolfini?
Gandalf from Lord of the Rings.
You're getting closer.
Okay, Gandalf.
So we all know that is James Gandolfini, right?
James Gandolfini.
So the one that's portraying him as a child in this movie, his name is Michael Gandolfini. That's his son.
Michael Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm. So he is portraying, Tony.
And he does an excellent job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a great actor. I mean, he's a
great actor. The kid,
a young guy. He's only 22.
And you know what's so weird about this, you guys, is he's playing his dad's character that blew up. Like how many years later after his dad just passed away?
His dad has been passed away now since I believe 2013. Really sad that he was vacationing with his family, as some of you may know, and he was in Rome, Italy, and it's really sad because his son, he actually found him, in the restroom floor, while they were on vacation, and he was unconscious, and then that's when he called to the desk to call, paramedics. But, sad that Tony passed away. Not Tony, I'm sorry, James. I'm still knowing him by his actor name, Tony Soprano. But, but as I was saying, he, sad that he passed away. And he had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack. But the thing that's crazy about this is that this show is so filled, because anytime you watch the movies like The Sopranos and everything, it always brings you back to The Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
The Godfather movies, they're always, in a way, mobster Godfather movies, the Italian Godfather movie type movies. They're always depressing, people. These movies are depressing. I'm just sorry. Because they always have that.
Well, they are. Oh, you're just saying the music's depressing.
The music's depressing. The scenarios are depressing.
Yeah, the movies are depressing because there's always going to be death.
There's always going to be death. There's always a funeral.
And
I wonder how he felt having to being like, how many funerals are in this daggone movie? Like 3 or 4?
Oh yeah, the one that we're talking about now, the movie Saints of Newark.
Yeah, Saints of Newark.
Yes,
he's like in a funeral. He's in a funeral like every half an hour of the movie. There's a funeral.
So be expecting some death.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, hello. It's mobsters. What else are you gonna get? And then, hey, Baradici, I heard you don't like my mama's papaya. Shoot him.
It was pretty interesting though. I liked it.
It actually takes place back in the 60s during that one period where there was a big riot in New York with when the first situation where a cop, beat up this brother. And of course, all the black people were pissed off about this. So they burnt down the damn city. I mean, they were, doing the whole Watts riot kind of shit, breaking and busting windows and destroying stores and pillaging.
Yeah, hey, TJ, this movie has a lot of my favorite actors in it. You know
yes.
that?
Yes.
Here's one.
They definitely have some great actors.
They got Ray Liotta in it.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, I love Ray Liotta.
You can't have a mobster movie nowadays without Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta's in all this.
He plays it perfectly, doesn't he? Oh my gosh. So he's in it. And then you got Vera Farmiga. Oh, Vera. Now I love her too because she's in all my Conjuring movies. Right? And then you got that other guy, the one that played in the show The Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he was also in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he was in The Walking Dead. That's where I first knew about him, was in The Walking Dead. And then he went over to playing The Punisher.
I don't even know how to pronounce his last... John Bernthal, it looks like.
Yeah, that would be Bernthal. That's Bernthal. Burn. Say it with me. All. Can you do that?
I think we better call him up and see if you got it right, TJ.
I went to school.
Yeah, so we got him in there. He's another, big known actor. Who else is in it? There's quite a few.
They got a lot of people in there that are in this. The movie kind of is based around technically Dickie's character, though. Even though it's what's his name, it's about him as a kid too. Dickie
the one
is
that's playing his uncle.
Yeah, the one that's playing his uncle.
Yeah,
and he kind of is the one that kind of gets Anthony involved in all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
his name is his real life name is Alessandro Nivola.
That's Alessandro. You got to say Alessandro.
Alessandro
Navalda. Navidava. Alessandro. Can you say it like that? Alessandro.
Oh,
there you go. Okay. Yeah, Alessandro. Yeah, that's good.
Alessandro.
No, that right there wasn't good.
No.
Why
not?
It just sounded tone deaf.
Alessandro.
But he's the guy who's the big guy. He's the boss. He's the guy that's kind of, pulling the strings around everywhere. Everybody respects Alessandro and everything. What's his name in the movie? Dickie?
It's Dickie.
Dickie. Okay, everybody respects Dickie. Yeah. Listen to Dickie. Dickie knows everything. Dickie gets a little kind of crazy in the movie after a while.
He's a crazy guy.
He is a crazy guy. He's got a family and he's got his beautiful wife, but he decides he wants to get with his daddy's wife. Daddy, I don't like you, so I'm going to get your wife because you treat her so badly. So, yeah. That's kind of
some craziness in the movie.
Yeah, it's got some craziness in it. It's got a lot of the shiz that was going on in the 60s with the blacks and the Italians and them battling each other a little bit, and of course the Italians killing each other as well, as they always do. That's what the mobs do. They you ran into the wrong guy over here, or that was kind of cold blooded with some of the scenes in the movie too.
Yeah.
And everything. You just you never know who's on your side when you're dealing with these mobster families. Because it's always the closest guy to you.
Anyone.
Yeah, don't trust nobody.
If you're in one of those.
If you're in one of these type of families, you say, hey, my family's part of the mob. Well, that's not a good thing necessarily, because if your family messes up with one of the families, one of the other families, like the Pezzarelli family, the Giovina family, the Pizzarelli family, you mess around with the Pezzarelli family, you might end up getting whacked, huh? Yeah, so sometimes they go and kill all the rest of the family members off and so forth, and you might be one of them. So it's not always a great thing. Hint, hint, brothers. So they was always making fun of it wasn't an objective. They was always making. I think there was like three brothers. Dickie had his brother, the one with the glasses. He's kind of nerdish guy. They was always making fun of him. Right. He was always, the laughing stock and everything. Yeah, we'll see how much of a laughing stock he turns out to be. And then, So it's kind of, it's the typical, you guys know The Sopranos. That's basically what it is. It's the beginnings of The Sopranos. Yeah. It's the beginnings of how Anthony, a prequel to how Anthony gets started. Now, by all means, Anthony at first really wants to be a football player. That's kind of what he wants to be. He wants to be a football player. His family, and you notice his family was kind of always
goes by Tony though.
But yeah, he goes by Tony in his because he's a kid still.
Yeah.
He also have a sister who from The Sopranos. Right. She's a young kid too, and everything.
Yeah.
And this is when his sister actually looked fine. Like she actually had a little body on her when she grew up a little bit. When she was like a little more teenager, she actually had a little body on her and everything. Don't you think, babe?
No, which one was she?
That's Tony's sister, the one with the ringlet curls and everything.
I don't remember.
You don't remember her.
I don't remember what she looked like when she's older.
She's kind of fatter, bigger, a little bigger. She's got ringlet curls. Maybe she's the one that messes with, pushes the lady at the baseball game. Hey, that's my son you're talking about.
Yeah, kind of. Now.
Yeah,
but I can't really picture her.
Yeah, well, she's a badass in The Sopranos. And this one, she's a little cutie thing, And so, remember, the dad comes home from jail and he says, "Hey, put some clothes on you. What the hell are you wearing? What's this?
Oh yeah.
Don't wear it, Charlie. That's what the kids are wearing nowadays. Not my daughter. Hey, get out of here." So that's how that scenario went with that. And Tony, he's wanting to be a football player. His family really never backs him up.
No,
his mom especially,
they don't support him. Yeah, she just
downs everything he does.
He's not getting
Dickie's up there saying, "No, he's got talent. He's going to be somebody," and she's like, whatever. Whatever.
I don't think so.
She goes over there and makes Tony some burgers one day. She's trying to be polite to her son. Yeah. Son's up there. "Oh, thanks, Mom. Thanks for the burgers, Mom." And then she says, "Well, you never thanked me before." And he said, "Well, Mom, I'm thanking you now." Yeah, she said, shut up.
She picks a fight with him.
Yeah, she just picks a fight with them out of nowhere and then just walks away. I'm like, just ruined the whole meal. Wow, dude. So that's what you're going to get with this show. It's actually pretty good. I actually liked it. Yeah. It's a pretty good prequel and everything. It kind of ends with some just that kind of music, kind of stupid shit, where it's just like, okay, where's this going to go now? And then of course you realize, Tony's looking into the casket going, thinking, this is it. That look he's got at the end where he's just kind of like, okay, now this is what's going to make the Tony Soprano. Okay. So that's The Sopranos. I'm going to say, you guys, it's pretty good. If you guys are Soprano fans, if you guys like The Sopranos, you're into this stuff, this is definitely one of those movies that's good. The good thing to check out the prequel to see how the shits came about and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and say, spend your dollar. Okay. What about you, Bo?
All right. Well, I'd say it's worth it for sure. Like, if you want to pay for like your HBO subscription to see it. But like, I probably wouldn't. I don't know if it's at the movie theater or not, though. I'm not really sure. It might be, but if actually, I think it is. But I wouldn't go spend my money at the movie theater.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I don't want to
pay that much for it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
I don't think it's worth it like that because it's not a blockbuster.
It's not a blockbuster. Let's rewind it back a little bit.
Okay. Too late for you.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
What?
Too late for you.
Too late?
We're on me now.
Oh, on you.
And
okay.
I'm already telling you.
Okay, you go. Okay.
What I would do.
How you go. Okay.
I would not spend my money at the movie theater, so save your dollar. But HBO, I already got the subscription, so of course it's included. So I'm cool with that. But I probably wouldn't pay more than that. So,
you know what? I'm gonna have to concur with her on that. Let me just go ahead and say, you're right, boo. No, you're right. This is not really a spend your dollar at the theater type of movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not really a blockbuster to me. This is like something like do you know what it reminded me of? It just reminded me of just another Soprano season. Is really what it was. Just a 2-hour special.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a 2-hour special of The Sopranos, but as a prequel.
But you know what? Like you mentioned, TJ, you did mention this after. They could have made this into a series and put it on, like Netflix or something. That would have been cool.
I think that's where they could have kept it going.
Yeah,
because the way they left it off,
just left
it was kind of hanging if you really think about it.
They could make a part 2.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they're planning.
Maybe.
But I think that would have been good,
I think if they're going to make another one, though, they should just make it into a series, like you're saying.
Make it into
a series because
put it on Netflix or something, or HBO Max.
It's not a movie theater type movie. I mean, it's not no motherfucking Godfather. Okay, you guys. Godfather was deep. I mean, this was deep, but it's like, The Sopranos to me was always like a takeoff of the Godfather movies. Let's just be real. Okay, you guys. It's a copy. And everything, Yeah. And it is stereotypical of what they make Italians out to be back in the day, So, because not all Italians were living that life, you know what I'm saying? So, we'll go ahead and just put it like that. I will concur with you on that.
Okay.
If you have HBO, then just go in and watch it. Even if you don't got HBO, you have to be a fan.
So what's our next movie, TJ?
So, let's get ready in the next one. But before we do that, we got breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Freaking Laundry, the father of Brian Laundry, is now going to search for his son. Isn't that great, babe? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted the Laundry family to start saying, hey, we give a shizzle and everything. And guess what? The police asked them to go out for the search for his son. And now Mr. Laundry, the father of them all, he's going to go out and search for his son.
That's the big news?
That's the big news. Let's see. Now that Brian's daddy's out, I bet you Brian's going to come home now. Uh-oh, Brian, you better watch out. Your daddy's searching for you. All right, let's get on to the next.
Throw them all in jail. And then his dad could have a
his dad, his mama. Styles. I wonder what his mama's going to do next. You know what? I decided that I'm going to go down the street and put up some signs. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Laundry family. So that was the breaking news. And now on to our next movie review. And what is that going to be, Boo?
Witch Hunt.
Witch Hunt! Oh, yes.
Now, this is a new one on a DVD rental.
Oh, on DVD rental.
Or, or just your daily, wherever you rent your movies from.
Okay, we got Witch Hunt. Now, Witch Hunt...
Why are you crunching right now?
I'm sorry, because I had to get one of my Pringle chips. Okay, you guys. I had to get one of my Pringle chips.
All right.
Okay.
So Witch Hunt is a horror thriller.
Horror thriller? Okay, is that's it? That's all the...
Oh, well.
That's all the backstory on just...
You want me to give you the overview?
Can we please get the overview?
Yes.
I think the audience would like to get that, MJ.
All right. So this movie takes place in a modern-day America where magic is real and witches are persecuted by U.S. authorities. So this teenager, Claire, and her family are part of this intricate network that help these women escape across the border to seek asylum in Mexico. However, when their mode of transport gets disrupted by the federal witch hunters, trouble befalls the family as they struggle to hide two of them within the walls of their own home. But I want to know, why do they say there's only women witches,
Yeah, that was the thing, because mainly normally... It's supposed to be
warlocks.
There's the warlocks, but see, the warlocks are men, so nobody ever thinks to look at the men as like witches and so forth. They forget that the men are the ones that are always freaking pushing all this nonsense and so forth and everything. But this is supposed to be like how it was in Salem. And who were the people that were the witches? They never hung dudes. Yeah. They hung the women, or they didn't hang them. They burnt them at a stake.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the movie...
Which is kind of how this movie starts out.
It starts off like that, with a woman being burnt at the stake and everything.
And these poor two young girls are there
just watching their mama being burnt. I mean, they show it, y'all. They show it from the beginning to the end. She is just literally...
It's pretty graphic,
it's pretty graphic on that part, because you start to see how her skin starts to kind of shred. You notice how her skin was flaking off her body as the flames were hitting up on her, and how the flesh
I would just think that
was like ripping off.
Probably one of the most painful ways to go.
I would think that's a very painful way to go, especially the way how her face was like...
It's not, immediate.
It's not immediate. It's very torturous.
Sad.
And especially how her face...
Okay. It's not funny, TJ. It's not.
So anyway.
It's a serious movie, guys. Don't listen to TJ.
So her kids are freaking seeing this. She's telling them. Could you understand what she was saying to them though? Was she telling them to run, or was she saying
You know that I kept trying to understand.
I could not. We rolled it back a few times just to hear what she was screaming at her kids.
It sounds something like Chris or Chris.
Corona.
I could not make out what she was saying.
At first we thought she's saying run, but it was too long of a word to be run.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I still don't know what she was
And she kept screaming that back out there like, what the frick are you saying?
Yeah, that's a good...
Maybe that was witch language for run. Maybe that's what it was, and she wanted to say it like kind of, so that people wouldn't understand what she was saying, because because think about it, if they're burning her and the kids are out there in the background like looking, oh damn, and she's up there, run, motherfuckers, run! They're gonna say, who's she telling to run? There's more witches out here. So,
all right,
anyway,
we'll go with that.
So we'll go with that. But like she said, so the story starts off with this other young girl, teenage girl, who lives in this house with her mother and her two little stupid little brothers, who are a bunch of little pests and everything. I think they're twins, actually.
Yeah.
And everything. And these boys right here, I don't know I never knew what to make of the twins, dude. Sometimes I almost thought they were evil. You know?
They were a little bratty, but...
Yeah, they were some little bratty kids, and, and they were pretty much, everybody has to hate witches. And the funny thing is that they kind of... There's a little bit of some stuff in here that kind of throws in some of that SJW flavor with the whole, let's get them over the border kind of thing. Like all the witch girls have to. And they made it to where they would put these girls on a list, and there was these cops. Now these cops were called the WIF or something like that. I think they were like the witch hunter guys. Mm-hmm. They were kind of like police officers and everything. Yeah. And they would they had these little watches that actually was almost like a compass.
Kind of like could detect them.
Yeah, that would detect where witchcraft powers were being used.
Right.
Or had been used.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And it would kind of lead them in the direction like a compass does. Lead you right in the direction.
Right.
And...
Right.
So that's what they used to find girls, and they would do stupid stuff to girls in classes. The girls would always have to take these tests in school. Mm-hmm. They would, give them these shots and stuff, to make sure that, no witchcraft for here still. Okay, good. And they only did it to the girls, though. The dudes were always like, hey, we're good to go here. Yeah. Saying. So it's kind of one of those situations.
I don't know about that part. I kind of give a few points off, just for that.
And it was a lot of times it was the redheads. That was another thing too. They always want to I'm glad the movie actually kind of put that out there though, and everything, because in today's society they actually don't like people. Redheads don't get the credit that they should be getting, and they're always put down. It's almost like it's like a race being a redhead nowadays and everything. And this movie kind of exploited that in a way. If you think about it.
The color of your hair? Now?
Yeah, the color of your daggone hair.
Give me a break.
And everything, They were judging these girls off if they had red hair. Oh, you most definitely had to be a witch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's up with that.
But the mom pretty much protects these girls. I guess what would happen is there would be she would get a delivery to the house, and when they got the delivery, it would be a new witch.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
The first witch that was in the house, the one girl, her daughter.
Don't give it. You better say spoiler alert.
No, I'm not really giving it.
Say anything.
I'm just saying the daughter didn't like her mom doing that.
Yeah.
She didn't like it because she always had to be around these witches, and the daughter had to go to school, and they were supposed to be like not liking witches.
Right.
But she always had to kind of lie about the fact that her mom's hiding these girls in the motherfucking house.
Yeah.
And technically putting them in danger, from these witch hunter people.
Right.
So, the mom's always doing this stuff, and she, it's kind of like, kind of almost like this movie resembles Harriet Tubman. When she was up there, getting the runaway slaves helping them cross through the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, she'd have to sneak up.
Come on, y'all. Y'all want to get away from the master. Y'all better come on over here. Okay? Come on to this railroad. I don't know. Okay? Anyway, so it was kind of that kind of a scenario, you guys, in the movie. But the movie was kind of, what I wanted to see in the movie?
What? Witchcraft?
I wanted to see, I wanted to see a little bit more of that. It didn't really...
we only saw a little bit.
You saw little teeny bits of it. And the thing,
you're right. They didn't show that much witchcraft.
And don't you always...
Now that I think about it.
Don't you always think like this? It's like, if these women are witches, right? They went back in the days of Salem, right? When they were putting these women on the Salem trials. And they put these women...
probably weren't really witches.
That's because nobody was never a real witch. Because real witches would have powers.
Yeah, they'd be able to get out of that trap.
Yeah, they would have been able to get out of this shit. You think you're going to really be able to do to a witch what these people were doing back in the days, back in the Salem days? They wouldn't have been able to do that. These women would have freaking put curses on them, came to them in the night and did all kinds of crazy shit to them. Come on, dudes. Yeah, the witches, that's the reason why I always thought it was stupid. What's so witchery about these women? Because if they were real witches, they would be able to kill you, motherfuckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How you taking out a witch that's got all these abilities and everything, That's because they never really did have any abilities. It's just the way that the man used to, pretty much jack women over and everything. Yo, this woman, if a man cheated on his wife, he wanted to get out of it. All he had to do was say she was a witch.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't, oh my gosh.
That's what they would do. They would do stuff like that. And jack the woman up. It's so different than what I saw that one movie about that Muslim lady who freaking caught her husband cheating on her, and because he didn't want to be get the rumors that it was him, he started making it seem like she was the cheater. And what did they do? Stoned her to death. Yeah. So that's how that kind of works, ladies and gentlemen. But this movie resembles a lot of that kind of stuff. But I wish they would have made these in this movie. However, the women did have powers. Some of them could go through walls and some of them can vanish from one spot to another spot. So what I never understood is, why did these girls, remember they brought that whole bus full of those girls? They were in the bus, they were all witches and so forth. I'm like, you mean to tell me these girls can't team up together with their abilities and jack these dudes up?
Escape, huh?
Yeah, they could easily escape.
I know, because you didn't see them do anything to them to maybe get rid of their powers, right? So
nope.
Yeah, you're right.
You couldn't get rid of their powers. They were just born with it and everything. And the one, to me, ends up having the most of the powers is the one you never thought would have the powers. And she's the one that's doing pretty much does the kick button and everything. And she don't even realize she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going, why aren't the rest of these girls doing this shit?
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't really...
That's the part that didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, good point.
Until it's almost like they really didn't do anything really damaging people. Spoiler alert and everything until the very end of the movie. And you see the girls that had been killed are the ones that are freaking they end up coming back and doing damage to this motherfucker and everything.
After they're dead.
After they're dead. Why didn't you do that shit when you were alive? It's like, you're going to do it now? It's a little late. It's like,
I don't know.
Y'all couldn't have done this when you was alive and you teamed up together and freaking jack. Remember the movie Craft? What was the movie? Witchcraft or Craft or what was that?
The Craft.
The Craft. You remember what them girls were doing? Them girls were jacking fools up.
Yeah.
And everything. So that's the only thing I never understand about these witch type movies and so forth, And certain movies, they make the witch's got all kinds of powers and she's jacking fools up. And these movies where it's a Salem style type movie where they're burning women at the stake, I don't understand why these women don't freaking fight back. And they got these abilities and so forth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that part.
And remember when the one girl was up there, I'm not, and then she cracks the window and so forth at the movie stand. It's like, okay, you guys, use this shit against your attackers and so forth. Remember the one guy said, go ahead, do something. Because he wanted her to prove him that he was him right that she was a witch, right? And he's up to pointing the gun. He says, knock the gun out of my hand. Push me, throw me back or something. Because they know that these witches can do that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I never understood. Well, if these girls could do that, then why aren't they doing that?
I don't know.
And everything. You know what I'm saying? They can all freaking team up and jack these fools up.
Good point.
So That's my only kind of downfall with the movie. That I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
You know,
right? Yeah.
I wanted to see these girls freaking fight back, do some shiz, do some powers and everything. Instead, we don't see nothing until the pretty much almost the end of the movie almost, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like going, So it kind of dragged a little bit for me.
I actually did not like the ending. I don't know if spoiler alert, but it was a little cheesy.
There's a thing that they talk about in the Thelma and Louise, her and the girl that's staying, the other girl witches that are staying. This time, mom brings in two other little girls, and one's kind of teenager, the other one's a little girl, and they're redhead witches and so forth, and they have to hide them in the walls, like MJ was talking about in the beginning here, what they do to store them. And this one girl becomes friends with the daughter finally. And the daughter and her, decide to take off one night to a bar and stuff like that. And she, talks about things that she's done. And the girl's never done anything. She's always had to hide. So she don't know anything.
Yeah, she never got to experience even getting out, so.
Yeah. Never had any life.
But then she does something dumb at the bar, uses her powers in front of people when you know they're going to hunt you and kill you if they know you're a witch. So why would you do your powers in front of everybody?
In front of everybody.
Which is, I thought that was kind of stupid.
Because homegirl touched her hand. I'm like, come on now. Have some control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part was kind of dumb.
And she froze everybody. Remember that? Now think about that. Think about the ability that girl had there, boo. Think about that. She was able to freeze everybody. Everybody stood still. If a witch wanted to get out of a scenario, all she would have ever had to do is freeze.
Yeah.
And everybody would just stand still. She could go over there and slit everybody's throat if she wanted to.
I don't know if they all have the same powers, though.
I'm just saying they all have certain abilities. We don't know if they all have the
same powers.
No, not all of them, but they all have certain powers that can help defend themselves. That was one power that she didn't even realize she had. Maybe she was just tapping into her stuff. So she froze everybody with chairs staying up in the air and everything.
So then they screwed up. So they revealed
who they are
about themselves. So now they gotta take off and get the heck out of town.
Get the hee-haw out of town.
And try to head for the border in Mexico.
Before all that happens, she talks about the story about the movie, Thelma and Louise.
Yes.
And she's talking about the whole scenario. And then Thelma and Louise drive off the cliff. And it just stops there as a cliffhanger. And it ends there. And so the girl's saying, so did they die? She says, well, nobody knows. But did they live? Maybe. And, the girl keeps saying maybe, as if nobody really knows what happened. We all know what freaking happened to Thelma and Louise.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna die.
They freaking died.
Because they drove off
off a freaking Grand Canyon cliff. They didn't go automatically and start flying.
They're not going to survive that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they do a similar ending like that, but it's not like going off some Grand Canyon or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just, you'll see.
That part was cheesy. I didn't really like the ending.
Yeah, the ending was kind of like, okay.
So
I wanted to see more. I wanted to see them start getting raw. And just when it was starting to get raw, movie ends.
Yeah.
That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it was okay. Like,
it was interesting.
It was interesting. It kept my interest. I kept watching, wanting to see, what's going to happen? Are they going to get away, or are they going to...
Well, this is one of those movies that you can say it's a continual clickbait.
Yes.
Continual clickbait. It keeps making you want to keep clicking on it to see what the next thing's going to do, but it never gets to that thing that you think it's going to do.
Yeah. So for that, I'm going to probably say maybe save your dollar because just because of that. I mean, it's okay. But it wasn't bad, for rental. So
it's not bad for rental. If you ain't got nothing better to do, ladies and gentlemen, you just want to watch something interesting.
Yes.
Go ahead, do it. Wait till it's like way low on the rental flow. I spent $5-6 on that rental and everything.
Nowadays they're like $6.99.
Yeah, I want my $6 back.
Or $6.99.
I want my damn $6 back.
$6.99.
$6.99. Okay. So somebody take a picture of her. Okay. So I want my money back. I say spend. I say save your.
Oh, you did spend
your dollar. I spent my dollar so I can tell you guys to save your dollar.
Save your dollar.
You know what I'm saying? Because save your dollar on this one. It's all right.
It's not bad. It's
not bad. But it's not like okay. I'm gonna go. I just gotta spend $6 on this motherfucker tonight. Unless you're desperate to just watch some stuff and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It was save your dollar.
Save your dollar. We agree on that one.
Everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our review for the night. We're going to get ready to get into some Battlefield here right now.
Yeah.
This is Battlefield 2042. We're doing Couch Potato Night right now. We was going to stream this on Twitch, but looks like we're going to have to wait and everything.
Wait till it's
But this game, from what I played so far, it is kicking ass, you guys. It's got all the freaking cool stuff of Battlefield, but they got some new stuff in here, ladies and gentlemen, that you're going to be able to get down with. The customization of your guns you can now do on the freaking fly. If you want a scope that's going to do long range, if you have that scope on you, you can put that and detach your other one, put that one on. You know, if you want a better grip, if you want a better grip thing or a stock on the back of your gun, if you have it, boom, you can easily unstock that. So you're customizing your gun on the fly during a battle for whatever the scenario you want. And then, of course, everybody has a skill. So right now you have 4 different operatives that have certain skills. You got one guy that does a grappling hook thing where you can get up into high places. Another guy throws out turrets. Another person's got healing abilities. And there's a sniper kind of sneak around kind of guy. I forgot exactly what his ability is. If I can see that here. Hold up. No. That gummit. I want to see what the options are. Okay, maybe I gotta wait till the thing comes into play. And so forth. So the game's getting ready to come into play, but you'll be able to choose whatever character you want. Like I said, and the battlefields are huge, ladies and gentlemen. Super huge. Everything. You can call down a vehicle whenever, because these maps are so big, and now they got things like tornadoes and shit that you gotta, like, you got the environmental elements in the game now that are just like insanity and everything. So it's definitely bringing this game to another level. Now let's see if I'm looking right here. I push modify. So you got Casper, who's a recon guy. He's got his primary weapon, which is a M46. I hate it when my TV does this, dude. You know, you got your secondary, which is a pistol. Yeah, it's almost about to run out. And he's got some throwable concoction, some gadgets. He's got his grappling hook. You got my boy right here, Casper, and everything. He's got sentry gun. You got my other boy right here, Boris. Wait, yeah, or is it Boris? Oh no, wait, not Boris. Casper, yeah. He has an OVP recon drone, scouts ahead without risk. Nice. And then you got this chick right here, Phallic, I think. Combat surgeon, revive any ally to full health. She has an S21 Surette pistol, heals at range. Oh, so she can shoot you and be healing you at range and everything with this Surette pistol.
Ew.
And everything. That's pretty cool. She's a support class with supplies, maintains, and revives. So that's pretty good. So me and MJ are about to get into this, you guys. I'm out. This is TJ.
And MJ.
Spend your dollar.
Or save your dollar.
Movie review.
Peace out.
Peace out, suckers. All right.
To the next one.
What?
MJ here, and you just got a dose of TJ and MJ Spend Your Dollar or Save Your Dollar. Live here on Spreaker.com. Podcast.
Welcome to the TJ and Spend Your Dollar, Save Your Dollar, movie reviews. Welcome to the TJ and Spend Your Dollar, Save Your Dollar, movie reviews.
Just do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Go.